It always begins with a misunderstanding, the kind that quietly shapes entire civilizations. People argue about divine sonship as if the idea were simple, as if the ancient world spoke in the same categories modern ears expect. Yet the Hebrew Bible opens a door to something far more intricate, something most never pause long enough to see. Because long before anyone debated the identity of a single messianic figure, the text had already declared something bold, something collective, something that refuses to shrink itself into one body when it was always meant to describe many. The story starts mid-stride in the heat of confrontation. Moses stands before Pharaoh, carrying a message that does not belong to him. A message that cuts through the noise of empire. A message that redefines identity itself. Israel is my son, my firstborn, not a man, not a prophet, not a singular chosen hero, people, a nation, a living organism stretched across generations. This is where the ancient worldview diverges from modern assumptions. The Hebrew text does not imagine Israel as millions of isolated individuals. It imagines a single being, a unified body with countless parts, each one essential, each one alive within a larger soul. Picture a figure towering 10,000 feet tall. Every Jew becomes a cell, a tendon, a nerve, a strand of hair. One person might be the fingertip, another the shoulder, another the quiet pulse beneath the ribs. Distinct, yes, but inseparable. When God speaks to Israel, he is addressing the entire organism at once, the way a mind speaks to its own body. This is corporate sonship, the ancient idea that the firstborn is not a person, but a people. And this firstborn status is not about favoritism. The Bible never treats the firstborn as the beloved golden child. The firstborn is the one given responsibility, burden, duty. The one who must carry weight others do not. The one who serves. Sometimes the firstborn is not even the eldest. Jacob over Esau, Ephraim over Manasseh, David over his brothers. The pattern repeats. God chooses based on purpose, not birth order. But even then, each chosen figure remains part of the larger collective body. This is where the conversation with Christianity becomes complicated. When Christians speak of Jesus as the only begotten Son, they often imagine a category separate. But within the Jewish framework, Jesus 𝐾𝙤𝙢 was born inside the corporate firstborn. He lived as a Jew, taught as a Jew, and died as a Jew. That places him within the organism, not above it. A brother within the body, not an exception to it. The ancient worldview does not isolate him, it contextualizes him. Judaism also teaches that God does not judge humanity by labels or affiliations. He judges by deeds, by the balance of good and evil, by whether a person builds or corrodes the world around them. Belief alone does not erase wrongdoing. Action is what carries weight. Humanity in this framework always stands at a crossroads. One path elevates through justice, compassion, and discipline. The other decays through selfishness, corruption, and moral collapse. God prefers the first path, when people rise on their own. But when societies rot from within, divine correction follows, not as punishment, but as recalibration. At the center of all these ideas stands a truth older than empires. God's firstborn is a people, body, a collective soul, not a single individual, not a solitary figure, a nation woven together across time. A living being made of many lives,